guys and gals, and we're here for Drake Wing Gaming, and some of you on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you to the Let's Play episode of Mice T's Sylvia's Path. So yeah, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome awards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming not safe for work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Let's go. Alright. Do you also wish you took more care in your appearance? Yeah, probably. I kind of stick with the same wardrobe and get the same haircut every time I go to the salon, and I finally noticed Sylvia putting a lid on a sly grin. Wait, crap! Sylvia laughs. I take refuge by finishing my tea and hiding behind my mug. Well, if you really don't want anything changed, I won't force you. She sips her own mug and infuriatingly refuses to push me anymore. She leaves the decision up to me. Dang it, now I'm thinking about it. Why did she have to bring it up? She's got stuff she wants to change too. Why do I have to be the one to decide? She finishes her tea, and something tells me I won't have much time to choose. Oh. Well, we could hypnotize you too. The idea catches her genuinely off guard. You think so? Yeah, I mean, we should probably take care of my situation first, but we could also do you too afterward if you're so intrigued by the idea. It's not like you get hypnotic powers from the tea. I guess that's true, though isn't self-hypnosis a thing? Recognition dawns on her face. She hadn't considered her idle conjecture might amount to anything. Oh, I guess that is a thing. Maybe we come back to that, though, after we've dealt with this more pressing issue. Sure, but I'm not gonna forget, okay? She nods, but she seems nervous about what she's gotten herself into. It sounds like you're open to the idea, though. What would you like me to change? Well, maybe you could fiddle with my knobs when it comes to stuff like confidence. Fiddle with my knobs, huh? Only a little, though. Just some more self-esteem and stuff, so people don't walk all over me. Nothing that overrides my personality. Of course, no problem. She stumbles a bit before regaining her footing. Oops. I think I might have to sit down. Oh, right. Oh, hello there. I help Sylvia to the couch. It isn't really necessary until the last few steps when her feet really give out. She lays up with her legs laying limp by her side. Do you feel okay? Yeah. Now that I'm not panicked, it feels kind of good. I can understand what she means. I'd sleepwalk through the earlier transformation, but could feel subtle changes happening as I watch. My nose, ears, and back feel a soothing numbness wrap around them like a blanket. It feels somewhat like a limb falling asleep, but it's more active than that. Isn't that it's losing feeling, it's that the feeling is replaced with a new one that isn't quite its own. It's like the most intense rush of blood to the head I've ever felt, dizzying but also clarifying. Sylvia seems to feel it too. She stares intently at her legs while keeping her wardrobe clasped tight with her other hand. I can't hide how deep her breathing is. Her legs have already started to grow, but at first glance it's hard to tell if it's a transformation of her naturally slender physique. The change becomes more distinct once I hear tick. Oh. I see it instantly this time. Her fully exposed legs and her position on the couch allow me to see the first scales as they appear. They shine even brighter in the golden light of her living room lamps. Each one glints as she shifts on the couch. Tick, tick, tick. She brings one hand to touch a patch that forms on her thigh. She strokes a finger from where her human skin meets her reptilian scales. The skin that yields to her touch transitions to a slick hardness that resists her prodding. She drums her long, manicured fingernails on them. Tick, 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 tick. I suddenly realize the woman I've been so enamored with is sitting right in front of me in only her nightgown. A sliver of the passion I felt for her yesterday returns. The fact that she's turning into a snake before my eyes doesn't deter it at all. It doesn't seem to faze her either. Let me check on this cut. Yeah, I cut my knee pretty badly while shaving. It's alright. It doesn't seem to faze her either. It feels so different. And you're okay? She watches as more of her skin is replaced while her legs meld together. No, it's just fascinating. She looks up at me. Oh, you're changing too! My attention is so wrapped with Sylvia's transformation I lost touch with my own. I feel my ears going as they brush past my hair. Elastic energy seems to be pulling them up and out, leaving sensitive exposed skin in their wake. Tiny rivulets of energy flow from my cheeks and brows until they converge at my nose, which bunches up and darkens at the tip into a small black button. Pinpricks that feel like an acupuncturist's needle nicks my cheeks, and seconds later I feel whiskers droop around my nose. It's silly to be self-conscious while Sylvia's more dramatic transformation occurs, but I still shy away in embarrassment. Oh, I'm sorry you had to see that. No, not at all. You look pretty cute like this. I do? My statement is punctuated by the emergence of the tip of my tail. I jump, and that only makes Sylvia giggle. Yeah, I always thought mice were cute. I had one as a pet as a kid. She only realizes the connotation of what she said once she finishes. Oh, sorry, I probably shouldn't say that right. No, eep! The creases between Sylvia's legs legs closes shut and flesh fills in the seam. She blushes and holds the skirt of her robe flush to her where her lap used to be. And neither of us can quite look at each other in the eyes as my tail creeps down the back of my skirt and Sylvia's legs finally fuse together. But as my growth slows down, Sylvia's only speeds up. Bends in her joints appear one by one, turning her lower body into a sinuous coiling length of muscle. She keeps her calm this time despite her nervousness, and that allows her to keep most of her coils on her couch as they grow. Long banded scales on her front slide out from one another, adding another 6 inches of length each time. The couch legs creak under her mass, and I can hear a faint sound as her tail glides against itself. I'm so enraptured by her transformation that my tail wraps around my ankle the moment it grows long enough. She looks up and catches me staring in admiration. It gives her permission to watch the last of her growth with excitement. I'm finished long before she stops growing, and she settles her body into a more comfortable position. Are you finished? I thought so, but my body's still buzzing. She leans from side to side as she checks to see if she'd missed some spot. As her hair spins around, I see it get caught up on something. Sylvia, your ears! Here you go. Huh? She brings her hand up and feels the edges of her ears jut out like an elf's. My ears are changing? Snakes don't even have ears! Despite her protest, they continue to sharpen as they grow outward. They look like two knives pressing out from her head and are covered with the same golden scales as her tail. Tick, tick, tick. The familiar sound reappears as more scales appear around her ears. They grow symmetrically on either side of her face and neck. A portion of her dread from the night before returns as she grasps her neck. Wait, this is more than last time! My own chest seizes as I see the scales from her face. New ones grow next to the old as they spread across her skin, decreasing in size as they reach her collarbone. A few tiny diamonds scatter across her face like gleaming constellations. More slowly, 2 streaks of scales move forward until they meet the edges of her eyelids. She taps the edges of her temples and squints like she has a headache. Does it hurt? No, it's just, what does it look like? She blinks as though something caught in her eye. Each time her lashes bat, the irises beneath them change. Ooh. 2 points pinch the bottom of the top and draw them apart. The blackness thins until it meets the edges of her sclera. Their depth seems to deepen to an even more inky hue while glittering flecks of light fill her pupils. My mouth hangs open at their piercing brilliance. What's going on? Is something happening to my eyes? They're beautiful. She sits straight up and swallows, reaching for a compact on her coffee table. She looks into the mirror and jolts back. Oh my god! When she looks back at me, she sees me still gawking. I'm already transfixed by her gaze. Oh! Maybe we should start. Contains hypnotism, conflict between personas. I'll skip that for now. Leave that for the not safe for work playthrough. Sylvia hypnotizes Margaret, makes her visualize her subconscious as an actual place. Manifests the persona that Sylvia created and call her Peggy. She claims she should be the one in control of Margaret's life. Margaret surprises Peggy by saying she's glad she appeared to help her act more confident and offers her partial control of her body. Peggy agrees and Sylvia brings Margaret out of hypnosis before putting her to sleep. Interesting. Day 4. The New Us. It's the new you. Is this comfortable for you? Hypnoroboros? Oh, that's adorable. Yes, it's wonderful. That's good. I cross my legs as I sit on one of Sylvia's high-backed armchairs. It's the 3rd time I've listened to the recording of the previous night's session. I'd woken up in Sylvia's bed from the deepest sleep I can remember with the voice memo already in my inbox. The body of the email simply read, making sure it's how you remembered. It is. Our session is exactly as I remembered it, yet the recording is definitely clarifying. Hazy recollections harden into concrete images every time I listen to a segment. The recording doesn't seem to create any new memories, which is what I'd initially feared. Instead, it feels like rewatching a movie I mostly remember. A movie where I confess to my coworker that I'm jealous of her beauty and fantasize about her body. I've always thought you were beautiful. I always admired your... I paused and shut the screen along with my eyes. I always have to at this point in the recording. After a few deep breaths, I resume. It's so hard to hear myself admit that to her, but I can stand it once I hear Sylvia's acknowledgement and thanks me for saying it. But you know. Mommy snake gonna wrap around you and give you a little squeeze. And it's worth it for what she does next. I'll just stick around if that's really what she wants. It's hard to resist speaking Peggy's lines along with her. I find I'm a poor impressionist when it comes to producing the voice that came out of my mouth just the day before. She did something deep in her throat that I simply can't replicate. My body is obviously capable of producing those sounds, but I simply don't know how. But there is a simple enough solution to that challenge. With impeccable timing, Sylvia's guest room door creaks open just as the recording finishes. I can see her poking out behind the slit. Hey, I just wanted to warn you, I'm still a little scaly, so don't freak out. Don't worry, you're fine. She slithers out, looking much more bashful than you'd expect for someone who just successfully rearranged a psyche. Good morning. Good morning. Seems like sleeping got you back to how you were yesterday? Yeah, looks like you still got a way to go, though. I guess I have a little further to go this time. I think you go back one step each time you sleep or something. Hopefully I can just take a nap later today and I'll go all the way back. That makes sense. I look back down at my phone. It's so weird hearing your voices when we're in that state. We sound like two different people. For sure, I was really surprised how I sounded. Yeah, you sounded so commanding and articulate. Totally, I was super, eloquent and junk. She plays with the sash on her robe. I know we both said a lot of stuff during the session, so I'd understand if you... Sylvia, please don't worry about that. You really did fix everything, so I'm not going to be upset that you had to ask some personal questions. I mean, sure, I didn't want you to know how attractive I think you are, but it's not like that would be surprising. Oh, I was a little surprised. Somehow that manages to be the most shocking thing I've heard in the last 3 days of transformation hypnosis. What the heck do you mean? You're like exemplarily beautiful. Exemplarily. There we go. Do you not know that? Well, I mean, I try to look good, I put a lot of effort in my appearance, and I try to act confidently because otherwise it doesn't count for much. But I know what other people are thinking. I don't know, I don't go around, assuming people are attracted to me. I feel like I'm about to phase out of existence. Bah! How do you even live without knowing that? Why would people treat you like they do if you weren't pretty? Like what? Like the way people defer to you and pay attention to you and believe you and accept your excuses and... What? Look, I'm not really up for a primer on privilege right now, but you're rich, white, and attractive, so you're probably used to people treating you a certain way that's not universal. Wait. I thought you might have been a little bit Latina. Her skin color is quite dark. I mean, Margaret's obviously darker, but she's not exactly lily white. She's not exactly of the Scandinavian folk. But believe me when I say that people think you're beautiful and that affects how they treat you. Then again, she probably just got, the fucking tanning bed. Oh, okay. That's sort of reassuring in a way. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure you still have challenges I don't know about because I'm cis, but you still have a lot going for you. She nods. I hesitate broaching the subject, but it seems too relevant to let lie. Actually, do you think this is related to your insecurities you were talking about last night? Maybe a little. That's not really most of it, though. Sometimes I feel like I work so hard to keep up appearances, not just fashion-wise, that is. I have to be bubbly and fun all the time or someone will take a closer look at me. I just sort of have to feel like I'm on all the time. I'm kind of scared of what might happen if I stop. If I slow down for a second, I or someone else might start asking too many questions. Would you like to be able to slow down? I don't know, maybe... We did talk about it last night. She looks at me like she legitimately forgot. What do you mean? We thought you might want to try hypnotizing yourself. Sylvia swallows and draws her robe a little tighter across her chest. Oh, right. I kind of forgot about that. She bites her lower lip and plays with the sash a little more. I mean, you were the person who suggested I take the opportunity in the first place, and you had some things you felt that you'd want to change. Yeah, but those were just kind of idle thoughts. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate the support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silvermoon. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to our gold tier patron, Almer. You're awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to your ultimate tier anyway. If y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to our not safe for work content as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!